Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today we're taking a look at, from the new wave of Transformers, Robots in Disguise, One-Step Changers. This is Strongarm. Now, this is not a repackage or re-release of the original One-Step Changer. This is an entirely new mold. So when looking in stores for the figure, make sure you look for the Weaponizer bar that's on the bottom of all the packaging. It's in a light neon green. Also pay attention to the instructions on the front of the packaging, as they will be different. The toy rolls quite nicely in vehicle mode, and as I mentioned, this is a new transformation. So to start, what you want to do is go ahead, unpeg what will be the back hood and roof of the vehicle from the rear. That's one thing I do like, is that everything pegs together, and then go ahead and start flipping everything out. Doing so will free up the legs, and what it will also happen is you'll bring the arms up and around. Now right about here you'll get to a point where everything will come together. As you can see, the arms swing out, the chest flips down. Now there is one little bit that you want to pay attention to. Right here on the roof there are some slots that will peg into tabs here on the back. You want to make sure that's pegged in quite securely. All that's left to do is bring the arms down on these ratchet joints, and there you have Strongarm in robot mode. I really do like the figure. I think the transformation is much better than the original version. I like the fact that you actually have thicker molded arms. If you remember on the original One-Step Strongarm, they were like thin little planks. So you do have that. Now there is unfortunately one drawback. While the outward movement here is on ratchet joints, the forward and back swivel is really just a swivel joint with no friction whatsoever. It does give you a soft lock when you bring it down all the way, but I think that's more for transformation. The reason that I'm mentioning this is, as I mentioned in the beginning, all of the these new one-step changers are part of the Minicon Weaponizer line. Unfortunately, with the Weaponizers that are available now, I found them to be too heavy for Strongarm to hold. For example, here's Lord Doomatron, and unfortunately the arm is just not strong enough to hold the weapon up. That includes Dragonus, the double blaster, the Hammer Minicon, even the Sawtooth, the Trident that came with the Weaponizer Battle Pack. The only one that I've been able to find work with this particular version of Strongarm is Windsweeper, which was the Minicon Battle Pack partner for Sideswipe, which is a sword. I had a feeling this was going to end up being one of the best Minicons, and I was right. As you can see, it's light enough that Strongarm can lift it quite easily without also the figure becoming too top heavy. Now, to go back into vehicle mode, there is some steps that you have to do. This is, again, not a one-step changer. By the way, I'm not sure this is noticeable on the original one, but this does have the unmasked head with molded lips. Anyway, you want to bring the arms back down to this neutral position. As I mentioned, you'll feel a soft detent as they click into place. Next, what you want to do is bring the arms all the way up so they sit 90 degrees from the body. I hope I got that right. Next, what you want to do is go ahead and unpeg the back section from the waist of the figure. Go ahead, flip this around. The arms will swing down into position, just like so. Sometimes they'll get stuck on the waist piece. You want to make sure they're flat like this. And what's nice is there are little grooves here that'll fit into the shoulder, and you'll see these two big tabs that will fit into the slots. right there at the back of the feet. So this actually comes together quite nicely. Nothing hangs loose, and you're back in vehicle mode. I got this off of Amazon, paid around $10 for it, and really, that's about right. I mean, that's what it's worth. I mean, before that, there was a third-party seller selling it for about $24, which is just entirely too much money for what you're getting. And now, I have actually just seen the next wave coming, and it appears that they're re-releasing some of the older one-step changers in the new packaging, as well as the older Warrior class figures. But the two new ones will be Bisque and Ratchet. And from what I can tell, not having it in hand, Ratchet is a reshell of Strongarm and features the same transformation scheme. Right now, there are some people selling those figures for way too much money on eBay. Again, one-step changers really aren't worth more than $10. So definitely do not pay more than that. This is your old pal Chuck for Strongarm. We'll see you next time.